Wednesday Wake with Jake Cho, and the Dude Show continues.
Well, I'll be dang.
Jesse is still under the weather, and we hope everyone is well. It's been a couple of lovely days in the metro.
Yes, we the
My
boys,
goodness.
we've been outside. They love being outside when they can be outside, and so we do it.
I was taking a walk in the neighborhood. I know I've got something else here on the prep sheet to talk about, but it just, talking about
You do you, Kevin.
the nice weather jogged a thought about a jogger I saw when I was walking in the neighborhood yesterday. It was a big dude, about 6'6",
Big feller.
nothing but shoes and shorts. You've seen it, right?
Oh, like no shirt?
But he had the floppy arms.
Oh.
You know how you normally do the arms where you're going to take the fist and go upright?
Yeah.
Well, his arms just flopped all over the place.
Why are you making fun of the dude?
Well, I'm doing it right now at 6, so he doesn't hear. I wouldn't have done it to his face. He was a big
Really?
dude. All right, I hope you guys brushed your teeth because a random poll said, where do you brush your teeth?
Where?
In the bathroom. I
Where?
brush my teeth in the bathroom.
Yeah.
We're at in the bathroom.
Over the sink.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right in front of the
Sink.
sink. Yeah.
That's 71% of folks, believe it or not. There's 29% that do it other places. And
Well, shower probably.
yeah, I've done it in the shower.
Really?
Brush your teeth.
Yeah. But how about the 3% that say they brush their teeth on the toilet?
Toilet brushing.
I don't like that.
I
I don't like that at all.
I heard one time how the toilet has particles when you flush it, fly through the air, and that's why you should store your toothbrush in the drawer. But these people are just going to sit on the toilet and do it?
Sit on the toilet.
No.
What a stinking stupid
I don't like that at all.
Can't imagine that at all.
No. Elisa's taught me to close the lid before you flush it because of the whole bacteria thing.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I'm a big lid closer now. Yeah, you
Does
close
she,
close the whole thing because when you flush it, your towels are right above it. Your toothbrushes are next to the toilet.
Wow.
So
Look at
close-
Josh
close-
teaching
close-
me simple things.
Close the lid
Yeah,
because
that's good.
that stuff's nasty.
Has
Here we
she
go.
gotten on to you yet for leaving the lid up?
No, I feel like I'm actually pretty good about it because of probably my 4 sisters, like being raised
that's
with
right.
in that household.
That's right.
I'm getting screamed at from every direction if I leave it up.
If you're one of the 3% listening this morning who brush your teeth on the toilet, what's going on?
No
Are
kidding.
you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
We're getting geared up to do another episode of Country Stars and Cars Getting Coffee with Chase Beckham, with Cassie Ash. Different times on the same day. It's going to be busy.
Nice.
But if you have a classic car you want to see featured in the video, hit us up.
Have you
Hit us up.
contemplated that you and Josh hung out with her here in Oklahoma City, and just a few days later,
Ashley Cook. Yeah.
A few days later, she's hanging out with Joe Jonas.
Yeah, have you
How
put that?
crazy
that's
is that?
crazy.
And he
So
loves
crazy.
the Jonas.
Oh, I'm obsessed with them. And especially it's
didn't
weird
say a
because
word.
no, she didn't. Probably because it was under
Yeah,
wraps.
it was
You don't want
at
to
the
tease
time.
it too much.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's my age. Like we're both 26, 27 years old. So growing up with the Jonas Brothers, that was huge. So I bet for her to have a song with him,
Even
that's
huger.
probably a dream come true. Like
Yeah.
that's probably really amazing.
Did
I
you
wish we got to talk to her about it, but it was
Well, she
not,
was
not good
keeping it
timing.
tight-lipped. Yeah. Anyway, did you see her on Friday night in Nashville?
I did.
Was it a good performance?
New Faces show was good.
And Joe Jonas came out?
I might have left before that.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you he did. You missed
I
it.
saw it.
missed
She
it.
was the fourth person out, and they had.
Did you see
I'm
Zach
ashamed
Top?
to say no.
You didn't watch Zach Top?
What?
It was the last one. It was
I
my
don't blame
bedtime.
you. I don't blame
Kevo.
you. Listen, I've been
4
there.
a.m.
Those are
lobby
long
call.
days. Yeah.
I've been to those deals, and by Friday, you're spent. Real quick, this was just so we stick to what we had planned to talk about.
Yeah.
I saw a thing where Kevin Durant, who used to play an Oklahoma City basketball team, is he potentially, with the way things work, on his way back to Oklahoma City?
Quit it. Not a chance.
Are you serious?
No, there's no shot.
But they said they might trade with the Phoenix.
Where are you hearing this?
They did other people on Twitter talk.
I don't. This ruins the dynamic of the
No, it
team.
does.
If he comes back,
100%.
You think it
would.
does?
Yeah, well, because the way he left.
Yeah.
He would not be accepted. He would not.
I disagree.
Really?
I feel like Oklahoma City,
You
we
think
are
they're
a
over it?
forgiving Bible Belt.
No.
That if he was to be putting on that jersey again, and number 35, Kevin Durant,
No.
people would go crazy.
I don't think they would.
They would go crazy.
the only way I see it working, Josh, is if he agrees to sit on the bench and come off the bench, be like a 6th, 7th man when the time is right, when we need him.
Yeah.
I don't see how he mixes in with the starting five.
No, I don't think he does. Well, because you have guys like J-Dub and then Chet when he's healthy and Isaiah Hartenstein. We got our lineup. Like, I think it's set, especially for playoffs come around, because they're really good together. They work together. So I don't think they'd break it up just for Kevin Durant to come back.
Foresee, Jimmy
a little
Presti.
homecoming.
Jimmy Presti's not going to set this up.
Sam.
And then who are they going to give up
Yeah, I don't.
For him.
That's what I want to think about.
It's not cheap. I don't know.
Okay, I just saw the thing.
No.
I just saw the thing.
The Thunder's good.
Okay.
They're good where they're at.
We're okay.
Take it or leave it. We're going to rehash the story from yesterday.
Yes, we are.
And we have a response, but I'll retell the story first. This was a guy messaging us, said, I'm no longer talking to my girlfriend because she cheated on me.
Uh-oh.
I found out she went to Captain America, the new Captain America, this weekend with another guy.
Oh.
A friend of mine from work was out on a date with his wife when he saw her and then texted me. My girl and I had a huge fight. She said going to the movie with her friend was not cheating because nothing happened. I disagree. I think it's cheating if you go to the movies with a member of the opposite sex when you're in a committed relationship. I don't see us reconciling. Did she cheat or not? We had a text in from Trina.
Oh, Trina.
Who said, about the guy whose girlfriend went to the movies, as a woman, if he was just a friend, I would tell my husband and have no reason to keep it from him. You have to think what else she has done with this friend that she's hiding. She just got caught this time. So I kind of get that point of, if she's not telling you why she's going to the movies or who she's going to the movies with, what else is she not telling you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I got to thinking about this. If Sherry came home and said, listen, I know you won't go with me to the movies to see Captain America, but Billy from work's going to take me, I'd be like, y'all have fun.
No, you wouldn't. You'd have no issue with this.
No, not. I mean, we've been married a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
I would go with her because I know that,
if she wanted to.
Yeah. But,
yada.
This feels a little fishy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it definitely does.
She was kind of hiding it up until the point that she got caught because someone saw her there.
Yeah.
Did they get separate popcorn?
Yeah.
Or the same bucket?
Yeah.
Wellness Wednesday. Oh, wait.
Hard to be well when you're sick.
Our wellness expert is sick again.
Oh.
Here's an interesting platform that Jesse is our Wellness Wednesday Wake with Jake show expert, and more than any of us,
for sure,
is absent the most with sickness. Maybe we should contemplate this time that we do this.
More like Unwellness Wednesday.
Oh. No, we hope she's got. I don't think she has the flu that you had, but she's got some sort of respiratory stuff. Hopefully, she'll be back in a couple of days. But speaking of wellness, this might want to, prompt you to lose weight.
Oh,
the airline industry is debating whether passengers should be charged based on their weight.
Oh, come on.
Well, they have to take it into consideration.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, that's the reason they weigh your luggage.
I never thought about that.
To make sure that,
Yeah.
That's true, because if it's too much, then you got to cut it back. You can't put it on.
But is it going to, I wonder if it'd be like a certain limit. Like if you're over 300,
I think you just pay more, right?
Yeah.
If you didn't meet the standards of the norm.
Yeah, they're saying that the lighter you are, the more fuel efficient the plane is, the heavier,
Why? I wonder why it couldn't be based off like BMI type things, which I know you think is a sham. But like you obviously will always weigh more than me because you're a foot taller than me, Kevin, nearly or so.
I'd have to lose 60 pounds to not be obese according to the BMI scale.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, based off your height and stuff. Yeah. Like, a man is going to weigh more than a woman most of the time.
Yeah.
And so, in that situation, to be fair, I think there should be classes that involve
like weight classes.
Are you a woman? How tall are you? What's your weight? But it's hard enough to book a flight anyway.
Yeah. Or maybe airlines could just tailor to their customers, like Chubby Airlines or Slim.
Kevin.
Oh, wait a second.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
We've got a wide variety of generations on our show here, and we say good morning because of it. Kevin in his 50s, Jesse in her 40s, me, I'm in my 30s, Owen, Josh in your 20s. All about midway through those decades.
It's funny you would say that because when I was in Nashville, some of my radio friends and label friends love the stuff we do and put online with you teaching Josh a simple country song. Oh, yeah. And one of the fellows that's known me for about 20 years, he goes, I just love how you shake your head at Josh. You just can't believe he doesn't know things that tie in with the generation gap. It's so much fun.
Yeah,
no, it is a lot of fun.
It's a generational thing of these songs we're trying to teach you that you weren't even born yet. But there was this story that came out of Hawaii that I found interesting. This guy who was wrongly accused for murder was recently released in a Hawaii prison after 30 years behind bars.
Whoa.
Yeah. He was wrongly accused for this thing. A DNA test came out and proved it helped him get out of prison. But he was there for 30 years. One of the first things he did, went and had a steak dinner. And someone asked him, or somehow the topic came up, well, what's so different in today's world?
Yeah.
Because going out into society. So first of all, eating fantastic food like a steak dinner was great versus prison food. But he said something that's changed from 30 years ago being free was everyone nowadays looking at that device.
Oh.
The phone.
Yeah.
And I feel like you go to the airport, you go anywhere, I guess, public, that you're not driving or something, and you look around and people are just staring at that phone.
You know how weird it is? I feel like the almost disconnect of, and maybe that's not where you were going with the conversation, but the being in a place for 30 years and not seeing the normal world, right?
Yeah.
And then getting to go outside and being like, well, what is this? What is happening?
What are these people doing?
That has to be almost a culture shock of what you remembered it used to be like and what it is now.
I think it was.
Because 1995, 30 years ago, I wasn't born. You guys probably know the more cell phones back then, but there wasn't any, maybe, right?
No, yeah.
Nobody was doing that.
And that's when he went in, that wasn't a widely used thing.
Yeah.
I find myself, let's say, waiting to pick up a to-go order or, somewhere where you have some downtime, you're not actively doing something. And I try not to do this, but I find myself reaching into my pocket, whip out my phone. Like when I bought the car the other day, last year at some point, sitting there waiting for the sales guy, I'm like, well, I'm sitting here, I'm just going to whip out my phone. Yeah. But now I find myself thinking, no, take in your surroundings for a second. Do you try to do that, Kevin?
I try. It's an adult pacifier is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good way to put it, yeah.
Here's the thing, and I know I'm in the minority on this, but when I was in Nashville and several of the shows I went to would be in a big banquet room with table seating and a lunch or a dinner.
Yeah.
And then when the artists get up and perform and you look around the room and everyone has their phones held up over their head, recording every moment of every performance, and I'm just sitting there. I just want to take it in. I don't need it for social. I know I'm in the minority. I don't need it for social media to show off where I've been. I just want to be in that moment and enjoy the performance. But that's how we're wired today. I don't know.
You're able to do that. Some people can't make that disconnect.
Yeah.
Like Josh's generation, you can't imagine.
No, if I was at that event, I'm 100% filming everything. If I see, I don't even know, whatever artist I see performing, I'm pulling out my phone and recording it. Especially because it's more of that's an intimate setting that I want to document and I want to keep. I want to try to remember that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but here's the thing is that when I was at the Ryman Eric Church did this powerful performance, and you know me, I'm not reduced to tears very often, and I was fighting back tears so hard. And I didn't want to have my phone out at that point. I wanted to take it in from myself. I'll remember that moment forever.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that,
I know you guys saw it on social.
I saw someone else in the audience that same thing you saw that brought you to tears. I saw the clip on TikTok from someone who got their phone out to document it, and I loved it. So,
I know.
Because I'm saying, I got to view, I was like, man, that was cool. I told Kevin, I said, I was thinking of you when I saw this because how did it affect you? And that's when you admitted to crying in public. That's okay.
Yeah.
But I thought, I'm thankful for that person. I was at that same showcase a few years ago, and I whipped out the phone to record Keith Urban, Vince Gill, and Chris Stapleton all jamming. And it's got 20,000 views on YouTube because other people were like, dude, that's cool. But I get it. I have found myself in those moments I just want to soak this in personally for myself. But what this ex-prisoner who went out into public, what he realized was, let's say you're waiting for your server to come or you're waiting for your drinks and you're at dinner, or what do you do if the trailers haven't started at a movie and you're just sitting there? What do you do, Josh? You whip out your phone.
Whip out the phone 100%.
But why not just lean in and talk to Elise or just sit in your thoughts?
You
can't do it.
No, I can't. I can't do it.
Your generation can't do it.
Not at all. It's weird.
Why not?
I don't know what it is. I don't. Because I think it's just my generation of you kind of have to fill the silence is kind of maybe what it is. I don't know. I don't know why. It's a mental thing, maybe.
If I go out to lunch with a record rep or something, this is no phone policy.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm engaging in a lunch.
That is rude, right?
Yeah.
When you're with somebody,
like a work.
But
thing.
I mean, you look at people who are. Obviously, you're not going to talk to every stranger you come across, but at least just look around a little bit.
So if you're at dinner with Sherry,
No, we'll cheat occasionally.
Yeah.
And look,
occasionally, but I try not to.
Yeah, sure.
We've observed other couples from time to time, and they're like, they didn't say one word to each other.
Yeah, locked in on the phone.
That's how this group of girlfriends, we were at Jasmo's before the Opry last Saturday or whenever, and I noticed they were on their phone. Everyone, because I was like, what's going on? You see a group of people in your peripheral vision, but you don't hear them. That was weird. But they were just posting and looking and scrolling at dinner. It's like, enjoy your time together. This is what you do on your couch by yourself at home.
Take it or leave it. We want to tell you yesterday's story because
just real quick,
we had a listener text in about it, and we just want to make sure they hear their comment. So the story was, this guy figured out that his girlfriend was supposedly cheating on him because she went to the new movie Captain America this past weekend with another guy who's just a friend. She said it's innocent, but he believes it's cheating. And Trina texted in and said, about the guy whose girlfriend went to the movies, as a woman, if he was just a friend, I would tell my husband and have no reason to keep it from him.
Yeah.
You have to think, what else has she done with this friend that she's hiding? Uh-oh. She just got caught this time. Yeah. Which I feel like is probably a pretty good point, right?
And the guy asked, is it okay to have friends who are the opposite sex? I would, and I'm not trying to be funny, if the guy's gay, I don't have much of an issue there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Unless
a good point.
he just, pretending as a front to hide the cheating even further. But some people have opposite sex friends who are gay, and they're best of friends.
That's true.
Sometimes they're really great friends.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Man.
I just want to make that point.
Just want to make that point. Just new take it or leave it we got. I received a warning at work yesterday for drinking at lunch.
Wow.
I plan to file a protest,
and
I expect to win it. 2 months ago, our boss told us that he was no longer going to pay us for lunch. Yesterday, I went out and had a margarita and a half. With a friend. When I returned to work, someone ratted me out and said I smelled like alcohol.
Uh-oh.
That's why I received the warning. I plan to appeal it. The HR director said that I can't drink on company time. So this is where I plan to appeal. I'm not on company time because I'm no longer being paid for my lunch. This would mean I'm not on the clock and I'm free to do as I choose. Should I have received the warning? Where do you stand on this? Well, Kevin, you're the manager in this.
Come on, give me one margarita. Open that PDF.
What?
PDF? Like the document?
That one margarita song.
Oh, one margarita, two margarita, open the PDF.
Go back to work a little slushy-minded. Everyone's having fun.
I mean, what people do on their lunch hour, I don't care.
Really?
You do? No.
You care a little bit.
Drinking on the lunch hour potentially affects the rest of your day.
Come on, man. Back in the day, in the 70s, they go have a 3-martini lunch and come back to work and wrap up the day, and then around 4 o'clock go out for more.
If I go out to lunch and I have 3-4 drinks, Kevin, and come back, and you can tell I'm a little not in the right headspace, there wouldn't be an issue with that? I feel like there would be.
He said one margarita.
A margarita and a half, he said.
I think if you drink a couple, that's fine. If you get blitzed and can't perform your job, that's different.
Okay.
I don't like it because this could grow.
I don't like it either.
A margarita and a half turns into 3 the next day. Next week, we've got 6. Next week, you can't make it back from lunch because you're on the floor at Chili's.
That's right.
What do you do?
I went to lunch with a record rep about a year ago, and we were at a whiskey cake, and he had like a whiskey flight.
Oh.
That's different, though.
How's it different?
He's not going back to work, right?
This is basically a salesperson on the road working.
He didn't have calls to make later that day or things?
I mean, but
how's that different?
Well, because he's out of town.
Okay.
Well, my feelings of drinking anyway, but I feel like it grows to a larger problem if this is continued.
I agree. What's the most you think you've drank at lunch and also came back to work and been fine?
I don't drink at lunch.
Oh, you don't drink at lunch?
No,
you have that rule?
It's not my thing. But if somebody wanted to have a couple of drinks and I've known her in this building, she's good.
I'd always be so surprised. We go have a little staff get together at a Mexican restaurant and 3 dirty Tecates in. I'm going, what in the...
She was fine, though.
The enchiladas haven't even showed up yet.
Now, at Jake's shows, she was the great Houdini. Did the great disappearing act. But that's different. So
that's a work function, too. That's a whole other take it or leave it, really.
Take it
that is. Man.
8 o'clock, it's Wednesday morning. Jesse is still under the weather, but the dudes are here, and we're glad to be here. Let's find out what caught our ear. I'll start.
Go ahead.
Denny's has announced a surcharge on meals that contain eggs.
What?
Oh,
it's
really?
so bad that they're changing the menu item to Moons Over My Mortgage. Thank you. I've been waiting.
Oh, man.
So I like to write down things that Gatlin says that I've brought to the show.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've done this, but I realized because Kelsey was retelling the story and she didn't retell it correctly because you forget. But I'm thankful I wrote down exactly what he said. Friday night, last week, we got sushi. And I know I've seemed like a real old burly countryman, but I love a good batch of sushi.
I bet you do.
I do.
Like a good California roll, do you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like the volcano sushi down there in Norman.
Look at you.
You got the OKC roll. You got the Spider-Man roll.
Okay.
You got the whatever I had was great.
I don't think I'd like sushi. I never tried it, and I don't think think I'd eat it.
Something about sushi, I can eat the crap out of it. You know what I mean? Like you lay down 12 rolls. A sushi guy. I'll put down 12 rolls.
Really?
Right in my mouth.
Kevin, you like sushi?
I do. You're not a wasabi guy, though, are you?
No. They put that green.
Too spicy.
Yeah, don't put that on there. I don't use soy sauce either.
Oh yeah,
soy sauce.
I don't know what that is, but I'm glad you don't use it.
Let me try that again. I don't use soy sauce either.
Yeah.
You just free range it?
Yeah.
Really?
Anyway, all that
what did your kids say?
We gave them they were eating fried rice,
okay.
and then we tried to give some sushi to the kids. Gatlin is usually our explorer of the food, and sushi is wrapped with seaweed sometimes, and so one kind of had fallen apart. So we hey, try this. What is that? It's little seaweed. He goes, I don't want that. Seaweed belongs at the ocean.
No, he didn't.
Smart kid.
I was like, well, he's not wrong.
Smart.
That's what caught my ear.
I love that. James Cameron, the Avatar director, they're coming out with that third one. I think it's next year. And he said it's called Avatar Fire and Ash, but it's going to begin with a title card that says, no generative AI was used in the making of this movie.
Really?
Like trying to point out that, hey, this is our special effect that we own. We did this. We didn't just say, hey, AI made this. But I think it's kind of interesting to think of, are all these movies going to have to point out that they're using AI?
Well, what the listener doesn't know right now, this entire show today
we're all AI.
Yeah,
that's right.
You're welcome.
And there's a glitch. Biscuits. Earlier, I talked to you about how Gatlin would not try sushi. He said seaweed belongs at the ocean. My wise, almost 4-year-old Gatlin Pickard. But I do have to talk about something that was online. Foods that are widely hated, but that you might actually like.
Oh.
Okay.
13% love in this survey anchovies.
No.
Not a shot.
I'm not either.
No.
I'm not.
I've seen people eat them right out of the can.
That's the little fishy fishes, right?
Yeah.
Other word, sardines. Right? No, I don't know why that's even a thing.
No, they smell.
Yeah.
Anything that smells bad, it can't taste good to me.
This one has a little higher rating, 27%, and I agree. I enjoy blue cheese.
Oh.
Of course, Josh.
It's moldy.
Whatever.
Little
it's moldy
wedge salad.
cheese. Oh. That is disgusting.
Especially the more wedge salad dressing that's on it.
And sometime when I'm eating it, I try to cheer it up.
Because it's so blue.
It's blue
You're welcome. Dad joke.
Now this one, 16% love it, but black licorice.
I don't mind this. I don't mind black licorice. My mom is obsessed with it. She could eat black licorice, all the time.
It's just kind of tainted.
Yeah, a little bit. And it makes your teeth all black, too. Black and purple.
Well, now this, I like the benefits of the vitamins and what it does to you. 35% love them. 65% would never touch oysters.
Too oily, too. They're too much.
Like a big loogie.
Fried's not bad.
Fried now. You fry any of this
raw's
stuff.
tough, but some people love them. And they say they have a interesting benefit.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, we hadn't been in a while. I go to, a beach vacation. You'll go to one of those restaurants where they got
Disney
fresh
World
oysters or whatever.
Yeah.
And either my father-in-law or my brother-in-law is always like, oh, yeah, come on. Oh, come on. Like, if you have to do that to get me to take something, And then finally, I think it's great. And I hope you do too, Josh. 48% of people enjoy pineapple on pizza.
Oh, that's a big one. I don't know if I've ever had it.
All right.
I don't think I'd mind it, though. I don't think I'd hate it.
It's like a sweet and savory thing. Because usually they put like Canadian bacon or ham. It's very Hawaiian-ish.
Yeah.
And it's good.
I think it would be pretty good.
Can I tell you a food thing, though, that I think should be banned?
Oh.
One of the big dinners we had there in Nashville, and they had some chicken and some mashed potatoes, and then asparagus.
Excuse me?
And I opted out of the asparagus. But then later, when you go to the men's restroom, when you follow a guy up, you're like, gosh darn it, he had the asparagus. It's the worst.
Wait a second. It's the worst. I've been told that not everyone has that. It's an enzyme in your body that when you eat asparagus, you get what's called asparagus.
I specifically won't eat it because of that.
Wait, it makes it smell?
Oh, yeah.
Now, either you don't have the enzyme or you've never had asparagus.
I've never had asparagus.
Well, you should try it. And all it takes is a bite. Maybe. And you go pee-pee and you smell something really rank. Yeah. I kind of like it.
No, quit it.
I kind of like it.
Yeah. Family Feud, hello. It's a Wednesday morning. I'm your host, Josh Harvey, with your two contestants, Kevin and Owen. Jesse's still out. So that means we just do it fast money style.
Hey, watch this real quick. I'm going to tie one half of my brain behind my back.
Okay.
And give Owen an opportunity to win today.
Well, guess what? Men only use half our brain anyway. So all together, we make a brain and a half.
There you go.
And you just put yours in the toilet.
Kevin, you won yesterday, so I'm going to let you go first, all right? Set the tone. 30 seconds on the clock. Timer will start after I read the first question. Name something a kid might need to buy before starting a new school year.
Notebook.
Name something a 1-year-old spends a lot of time doing.
Wallering around.
Name something a cop might be embarrassed to say they don't know how to do.
Write a ticket.
Name something a politician has to be good at.
Lying.
No.
Name something eaten at a cookout.
Oh, a hamburger.
Good, Eva.
Dang, you just
time to spare.
Those, even with half a brain.
Sure did. I think you got 3 right there.
What about the wallering around?
Wallering around was not one of them.
What was one for a 1-year-old?
1-year-old was eating and sleeping.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Collins is one. You should know.
I know.
Your granddaughter.
Grandpa. Owen, you got to get 4 to beat it. Good luck.
I can do
5 questions.
I can do it.
Name something every judge needs to have.
A big old robe.
Name something most answering machines greetings tell you.
Leave your number after the beep.
Name something people do in the water at a lake.
Drink a beer.
Name something people do on your voicemail that drive you crazy.
Tell jokes.
Name something people throw away every day.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Come on.
Weird.
How many did I get?
They leave their number.
Yeah.
On a voicemail.
Yeah, what was the question, though? It was annoying.
No, name something people do on your voicemail.
That's annoying. You said that's annoying, right?
That's annoying.
That drive you crazy. Yeah. That drive you crazy.
As if you didn't know who called you.
Owen only got 2. Sorry, Owen. Kevin's still victorious.
I was rooting for you, Owen.
Yeah, you weren't.
I was
really
too.
Was. You know what? We need to bring back Sam Elliott to do mine.
Oh, maybe tomorrow. 4:05 buzz for a Wednesday morning. I'm going to tell you something weird happened to Jon Stewart. Monday night, I guess he was doing a show, The Daily Show. And during a monologue that he had, that he was getting pretty heated on prescription drug prices, he shattered his mug on his desk. And then you could immediately tell something went wrong because he looked down at his hand and lowered it under the desk. And then he said, I'll be going to the hospital soon.
Oh, he cut himself?
He cut himself on the glass. I guess he was getting that angry. And slammed his mug. I guess just live television, I guess, really. But then he had to wrap it up and finish the show, luckily. But, man.
Did he go to the hospital?
There's no word if he did go to the hospital afterward is what it ends with.
I had something similar one time. I tried to say the word colloquialism, and my tongue sprained, and I couldn't finish the broadcast.
Your tongue sprained.
It was tough.
You got a sprained tongue.
Dang. That's a lot of syllables.
Rachel Zegler. She's the one that was cast for the live-action Snow White.
Oh, yeah.
And she's been getting some backlash for it because she doesn't look like the part, I guess, technically. But in addition to objections over her appearance, people also got upset when she made comments about the original movie back in 1937, calling it dated and saying that the prince was a stalker. So people are saying that she doesn't have, like, a passion for the movie. So people are kind of going at her, but...
This is going to sound like a weird observation from me, but I get tired of relitigating stuff that was done in a time that was just different.
Yeah, that's right. Just let it be.
Just let it.
It was made how it was made.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right for today, but it was done in a time that things were different. So just leave it alone. I'm not saying a stalker's good. Don't misunderstand me.
No.
It's just like
back then it was maybe normal.
You can't relitigate a movie that was done in 1937.
37.
Yeah, that's how you used to have to get dates back then when there was no, Facebook.
A documentary called Matthew Perry: A Hollywood Tragedy hit Peacock, I think, this week. And if you check it out, you apparently shouldn't be expecting the other Friends actors. None of them are in it.
Why?
They chose not to appear. I guess they kind of made a group statement and said, we're reluctant to go on a documentary about him at this point, maybe more years down the line. I don't know what their reasoning is, though. I guess one person did participate. It was his mom that played him in the show, or the actress that played his mom, and she said she wanted to make sure that he's remembered for helping others with the addiction issues, not just for being on Friends, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, Morgan Fairchild.
Oh, yeah.
He knows Morgan Fairchild.
Yeah,
that's weird, right?
That his life was Friends, right?
Yeah, that's what he was really known for, yeah. So it's weird that people that you would think were really close to him wouldn't show up in a documentary for him. That's weird.
He had that search engine, right?
What?
Bing.
Okay, Kevin. That's a 405 buzz.
Kevin.